Hi students, Miss D here. This video is to give you an overview of Angel and the different tools you will use as a student with Sinclair using the Angel Learning Management System. Right away, I do apologize for the shakiness of the camera. I am holding it by hand, so just please bear with me as I run through each of the different aspects of Angel. As you can see, it's already preloaded. So I am on the course homepage for a given class. And if you are a member of one of my courses, then your course homepage should look very much the same as this. Whether it is Dev 10, Fundamentals of Reading, Dev 12, Academic Reading, Dev 30, Paragraph Writing, or Dev 32, Essay Writing. The first thing you should see is the announcements for the course, if there are any. As you can see, there was one posted for this particular course due to some technicalities with Angel. It was unable to accept uploads the other day, so now I have a message posted saying that it has been updated and material is available. Underneath that, you should see something about the section, information about the course, where it meets, the room, what time, who's teaching it, as well as any other information is pertinent. And then also below that, you will see the course calendar, which should let you know if there are any assignments coming up due, such as this one here. In the center of the page, you will see your course mail. This is where you access your Angel mail for your given courses. And then over to the right, you should see the grades. As you can see, it's not populated at this time because myself as a student does not exist, and you cannot see any material for myself because I don't have any assignments. But once you submit assignments into Angel, then you will be able to see those grades. Okay, so now I have just put myself in as a student, so everything that you see in this video will reflect what you would see as a student using Angel for my courses. So the next item you would want to familiarize yourself with, we first have the course homepage where we are right now. The next item would be lessons. This is where you will find all of the material and content that I post for Angel. At this time, I only have 2 folders posted. This is the beginning of a new term, but as the term progresses, this list will get much longer as we continue. But right now, I have the course introduction folder for week 1 and the folder for week 2. So we're going to take a look at the course introduction folder for week 1. And when I click on that link, I get a whole list of materials. The weekly outline, daily agenda, handouts, assignments, and then if I scroll down further, I can see the next day in that week's worth daily agenda, assignments, and any handouts if there were any. This particular class only meets twice a week, so that is why there's only 2 days listed, Tuesday and Thursday. But this is how the folders will be organized. They will have the weekly outline at the very top. And if we click on that link, what that does is it gives you an overview of the week that I have planned, what's going to be going on in class, what are the assignments, and any special notes that I may want you to be aware of. And this just serves as an overview to let students know what to expect for the week. As you can see, it's not very detailed, it's just basic lists. But again, it's simply for preview purposes, to give you an idea of what's coming up, what are some assignments that are coming up, and what you might want to be prepared for. To go back to the course introduction folder where we were previously, I can go up here to the very top. And looking at these links, you see weekly outline. Over here you see course introduction week 1. If I click on this link, it will take me right back to that page where we were previously. As you can see, we are back. If I continue through this list, the next item I will come across is the day for that week and the daily agenda. The daily agenda is a usually more detailed, goes over exactly what's going to happen in class that particular day, as well as the homework and a little bit more information than you can find in the weekly outline. Sometimes I like to overplan and I will have more on the schedule than I'm able to get to in a class period. So after class has ended, I may come back into Angel and edit the agenda. For example, if for whatever reason we could not get to number 2 on the list, then I would make a note saying, moved to Thursday or something like that. That way you would know what exactly was covered and what was not. So again, I'm going back to the course introduction folder. And beneath daily agenda are handouts. If there are any handouts that were given out during class, they will be uploaded to Angel so that you have a backup in case you need it. Here you have the course syllabus, my instructor policy document, any other handouts that could be used in class will be posted here. If there are no handouts for a particular day, then basically this link will not be there. And then lastly is assignments. Assignments will appear below handouts if there are any. And as you can see, there is one, an email to Miss D. And clicking on it will simply give you the information about the homework assignment. This may look very similar to what you just saw in the daily agenda we looked at a moment ago, and that's because it is the exact same. What I like to do is to give you multiple ways to get to your assignments and due dates so you're always on top of what is going to be required each week. Going back to the course introduction folder, we're going to scroll down and take a look at Thursday. Once again, just like with Tuesday, there's the daily agenda. No handout link, so there are no handouts planned for this day. However, if a handout was distributed on this day, I would be sure to create an upload link so that you would have access to that handout at a later time. So the next thing there is on this list is assignments. Now these are different from what you just saw earlier with the assignment about the email to Miss D. These particular assignments are done only through Angel. As you can see, one of them is student bios. This is a discussion forum. The folder with the thumbtack icon is always an indicator of a discussion forum. Next is the reader self-reflection. This is a Dropbox. Dropboxes always have the icon of a folder and what looks to be a computer disk. And then the next one is a quiz, a course overview quiz. And this icon with the lines and the check marks always means a test or quiz that you need to complete. So we're going to take a look at each of these items individually. And we're going to start with the student bio discussion forum. Now, if you are in a different class such as Dev 10, Dev 30, Dev 32, your list may look a lot different from this because this particular list of assignments for week 1 is for a Dev 12 academic reading class. But the idea behind them is still the same. You would still use each of these items, discussion forum, Dropbox, quiz exam links, the same way as you would here as I am demonstrating. So to get to the student bio discussion forum, we're going to click on the student bios link. And what that will bring up is a page that looks like this. And here you have the instructions for the assignment, which it is to get to know your classmates by posting a brief bio introducing yourself to the class. So essentially giving us a little bit of detail about yourself, where are you from, what are you studying, what are some of your likes and dislikes, just little things like that to kind of introduce yourself and to help create a community within the classroom. To create your bio post, you come up to the link entitled New Post. Click on that button and it opens a new window in which you now have a message box. Here in the title bar is where you will post a title for your post that you are creating. For example, you might simply type student bio. Again, I apologize for the waviness of the camera. I'm holding it by hand. But as you can see, I typed in student bio into the title bar, and now I know exactly what this particular post is all about. Then I can click into my message box and start typing out my message. Of course, you won't type gobbledygook like this, but this is where you would put your message. Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm studying nursing. I'm from Connecticut. You know, different things like that just to introduce yourself. Once you are finished with your post, then you will come down to the bottom of the window where it has this button entitled Submit. And once you click that button, your post will be added to the discussion forum and your assignment is complete. Once you have, once your classmates have had an opportunity to post their bios, then you can click on their links that will populate in the discussion forum. As you can see, I made changes, so I have an error message. And saved changes will be lost. Do you want to continue? I am going to say okay because I don't want to save these changes. You, on the other hand, would probably want to save the changes because you just posted an assignment. So this is, you know, if a message like this comes up, that's a good way to double check yourself to make sure what you needed to have done is done. So I'm going to say okay. And it will take me back to the original student bio discussion forum topic list. And then eventually, once you and your classmates start posting bios, they will populate down here underneath post title. And then you would simply click on a link, read the bio, and then click reply to comment about that bio. You know, hi, I like the same thing. I'm also from Connecticut, and so on. So a pretty easy tool to use once you get the hang of it. And it's also a really nifty thing to use for discussions so that you're not limited to just in-class discussions. And this really makes it easy for everyone to participate. So if you are an individual who is maybe a little shy or doesn't really like to talk in front of others, discussion forums are a great way in which for you to engage with class discussions. Okay? So once again, I am back at the course introduction page, and I have gone back down to the very bottom. We just did student bios, which is a discussion forum. So now we're ready for reader self-reflection, and that is a Dropbox. Again, the Dropbox is the folder with the little computer disk icon. So if I click on reader self-reflection, it will take me to the Dropbox window. As you can see, here is the description of the assignment. It is a self-perception of yourself as a reader. Why do you see yourself that way? It's basically just a one-page double-spaced paper that needs to be attached to this Dropbox. Just like with the discussion forum, you have a title bar in which you can post your title, reader self-reflection, or week 5 paper. You know, just make sure you give your work a title. That way, especially your instructors can know what assignment you are posting. Granted, it should be obvious because of the title of the Dropbox, but it's always nice to have that title just to make sure that you are posting the right thing to the right Dropbox. Some instructors, like myself, will attach a late penalty to any assignments that may have been submitted on time, but were submitted to the wrong Dropbox. So make sure that your assignments are going to the right place. Once you have your title, you also have a message box in which you can type a message to your instructor. Hey, here's my paper, or, here's my paper, but I had a question about this particular part, or I'm not sure how I did on this part. Can you please let me know how I did? It's not absolutely necessary that you fill in a message. Some instructors may require it. I do not. As long as your assignment is attached, there is no reason for you to have any additional message. The important thing for me is this right here, attachments. This is where you're going to upload your document or your paper to this Dropbox. You'll click on attachments, and right away a window will pop up that will ask you to upload a file. Go to Browse, click on that, and it will open a new window asking if you have some documents you want to upload. As you can see, I have nothing here, but on your own computer that you're working on, you would have, you know, your documents, your hard drive or your flash drive, wherever it is you're taking your paper from. You would upload it from this window and then click Upload File right here. Once you upload the file, it would then appear right here in this white box. If there is nothing here, as you can see right now, that means there is no attachment ready to go into the Dropbox. There's nothing there. Okay, so make sure you have a file name somewhere in this box before you click Finished. You may need to go back to Browse and try to re-upload your document. So click Finished, and then you will come back down to the bottom of the page under Attachments where it says Submit, and you will submit your paper. Now, as you can see, I have an error message. Please enter a title. Please add a message or attach a file. Basically what that means is there's nothing here. So if you get this error message, what this means is something went wrong with your uploading of your document and you need to do it again. If your document has been successfully uploaded to Angel, you should receive a message that says successfully submitted or documents successfully received, something like that. And also when you go into this Dropbox, you should see some information right here about the submission. What was the subject? When was it submitted? Your grade when it is recorded, and any comments that your instructor may have for that particular assignment once it has been viewed. So we're going to go back to the course introduction folder, and once again, error message, I attached a file but not submitted. So again, if you get a message such as this, it means there's something wrong with your uploading. Your file did not attach itself correctly. You need to go back and try again. I am going to click OK because I am not saving this particular information, but you would want to be sure to click Cancel so that you could attempt to resubmit your assignment to the Dropbox. So now we're back to the course introduction folder, and we're scrolling back down to the very bottom. We just looked at Reader Self-Reflection, the Dropbox. So the last thing we have here is the course overview quiz. And anytime, once again, this icon with the lines and check marks always indicates that you are looking at an assessment, a quiz or a test. If I click on the link, it opens a window like this. And you will see instructions for the quiz or test. This particular one is worth 5 points. You're allowed only one attempt at this particular quiz or test. Depending on your instructor or the assignment, you may only be allowed one try at a quiz or test, or you may be allowed to do retakes. For myself, for this particular quiz, there's only one try. But for maybe a grammar test or a reading quiz, I might allow you to do multiple attempts, like 3 or 5, so you can get a better score for your grade. There is no time limit for this particular assessment, and you have the access to full review mode. Over on the right, this would be where your grade would be stored if there was one. As you can see, it says no submissions have been recorded for this assignment, which means you have not completed this quiz or test. Submissions for this assignment will appear in this area. So once you have completed the quiz or test, then there will be a box here that will have the date you completed it, what was the score, and your overall performance on that particular assessment. If we come back over to the left, there is a button that says Begin Now. If we click on that, that will take us to the up to the quiz, in which you can begin working through the questions and complete the assignment. So then going back to the course introduction, again, this is where all the content that you will need for class on a weekly basis will be stored: weekly outline, daily agenda, any handouts if there are any, and the assignments. So if any time you are absent or have to miss class for any reason, you can always check on Angel to see what was accomplished in class, what the assignments were, and stay up to date in that manner. The last thing I want to take a look at is reports. We took a look at the course home, lessons, so now we are ready for reports. These 3 links are the ones you will use most often. The other links, probably not so much, because you have access to your calendar on the home page. Resources isn't really something that we use for my courses, and communicate, that has to do with discussion forums and email, and that is just as easily accessible through the content pages for the lessons or the course homepage with your email. So we're looking now at reports. This is where you go to find your grades. When you come to the reports console, it will look like this, and what you will need to do to see your grades is you will need to change the category from learner profile to grades. Okay, I did that, and it says new report category chosen. Press the run button to run the new report. So I come over here and I click run, and what it will do is populate my overall grade report for this particular class. There's my name, and oh, look at that, Miss D's been a really bad student. I have a 0. But then again, I haven't done any assignments, so there's nothing there. It's a little hard to tell on camera, but it does list the categories that are used with every single assignment that have been populated into the grade book. And then once an assignment is graded, the actual grade will appear here, and then if there are any additional comments from the instructor, they will appear here. But this will allow you to see every assignment from every category within your given course. And then down at the bottom, it gives the totals available for each of the categories for each of the assignments for the course. So this is one way you can see your grades, by going to the reports link and then coming down to choose report, and then making sure that you select grades. It will most likely come up automatically to learner profile. You want it to show grades, and then you will run the report, and it will give you the overview of what you have, and it will also tell you your overall grade, which hopefully is better than mine. And then also on the course homepage, if we come back, there we go, to the course homepage, we click on that. Once again, here we are, announcements, about the section, calendar, course mail, and then grades. So here is where you can see the grades that should be populated once you start submitting your assignments for your courses, and they start populating here, so you have a quick look at how you're doing so far in the course. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful in going over the various tools used in Angel, discussion forum, Dropbox, quizzes and exams, the reports function, the course homepage, and of course lessons, where you can find all of the content for the courses. I apologize for the video being so long, but we had a lot of things to talk about, and I hope you found this helpful. I will see you in class, and thank you for watching.